As I was watching the first 2 episodes of the Ahsoka series, Dave Filoni decided to bring into canon a beautiful Legends reference. Of course, spoilers ahead for the first 2 episodes of the Ahsoka series. Now I have 2 theories. One is the ship, this ring called the Eye of Sion. This is absolutely amazing. And the second theory, and how they found the location of Thrawn with this star map and the purgil. Now Morgan Elsbeth references the Eye of Sion is almost ready, and then we see in episode 2, the hyperdrive they stole from the Corellian shipyard is going to this massive ring ship. Now it's either the name of this ship or this giant ring that looks like it could be a portal that's called the Eye of Sion. But I think this is just a massive ship that's built to go into this unknown galaxy that I'm going to talk about in just a minute. Now this ship is going to be the one that brings back Grand Admiral Thrawn. Now what I want to talk about first though is the name. The Eye of Sion. Now, if you're like me, when you heard this reference and you know the lore of the Old Republic, you went absolutely nuts. This was why I love Dave Filoni. He's a big fan of the old expanded universe, and he likes to bring in some of this lore into Disney canon. Now, this name is a reference to Darth Sion, an ancient Sith Lord during the Old Republic era. He was also known as the Lord of Pain. He fought under the Sith Lord Exar Kun roughly 4,000 years before the events of the Ahsoka show. He had the powerful ability to regenerate himself using the dark side, calling on his anger, his pain, and his hatred to arise from pretty much certain death.
Just a flesh wound.
He essentially became a zombie Sith, only being held together by the power of the dark side of the Force. He actually outlasted Exar Kun this way and eventually joined the Sith Empire with Darth Revan and Darth Malak. He even outlasted them, later joining Darth Traya and Darth Nihilus. In actually the game KOTOR 2, you could actually battle Sion before getting to the main boss Darth Traya. Now he finally died on the planet Malachor fighting the Jedi Mitra Surik. Now he died not by a lightsaber or anything Surik did, but by finally allowing himself to be at peace and becoming one with the Force. His right eye was completely white with countless cracks from the dark side holding that decrepit, disfigured Sith Lord together. Now this ring ship or portal is called the Eye of Sion. This is how Thrawn's gonna return to the known galaxy, and it makes sense that this is what brings Thrawn back to life, or back to the galaxy like Darth Sion was able to do, bring himself back to life. Now my second theory is this star map and how they have located Thrawn. Now the star map is an ancient map with what looks like other galaxies and a place they call the New Beyond. Now Morgan mentions that this small area around the key is the known galaxy, and look how small it is. So just like our galaxy, there's probably millions out there. Now how did Thrawn contact Morgan through time and space?
Oh no, E.T. phone home.
There's some events in the Thrawn Descendancy trilogy books that I think play a big role in this. Now there's a reference in the books to a place called the Beyond. It's another name for a place within the Force, and a group of ancient Force users called mages were located on an unknown planet. These mages are Force magic users, and what I think they could be somehow related to or they're ancient relatives to the Night Sisters. And Morgan, being a Dathomirian Night Sister, even talks about this place being built by an ancient people. So I'm curious to see if they actually bring this into live action or if it's even the same Beyond that's referenced in those Thrawn Ascendancy trilogy books. Now in those books, Thrawn actually helps the mages and tries to save them and restore their planet that had been destroyed by war. So if Thrawn is able to communicate through time and space, maybe he's been able to find the mages to accomplish this. Now Baylan also referenced the path to Peridia. Now this is significant because it's part of ancient Jedi lore, something told to Jedi younglings as some sort of myth. What you can also see is notice that the purgil surrounding the galaxy, and what I think this might mean is the place might be significant to the purgil. Maybe it's a major pathway they use, so Thrawn could be using the mages to communicate that back to Morgan. You can also see at the beginning of the episode 2, Baylan looks up and you can see actually, and you can hear the purgil up above him in the sky. Now this show is off to a great start with tons of potential. For Rebels fans, this has been amazing. Now if you haven't seen Rebels yet, click here to see every crucial event from the series. Thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you.